Dear friends, good morning, Namaskar. You are welcome in part 12 of the series. Before we start, let us see what we have covered in part 11. In part 11, we have discussed the process to obtain loan from the banks. First of all, thank you, dear subscribers, that we have become the family of 101 subscribers. Within 2 months, will all your blessings, cooperation, and your suggestions, including information inputs, made it possible. Thank you very much, dear members, with a hope to have your inputs in future also, and also encourage your friends to join our family to have more updates on MSMEs. What are the new happenings during this week? MCA is finalizing a special insolvency resolution under Section 240A of the Insolvency Bankruptcy Code to provide relief to the MSME, and the rules will be notified soon. Now RBI has invited public comments on its proposed regulatory changes for HDFCs because it came under the RBI supervision last year and it provides 42% of the total housing loan. The minimum capital risk weighted assets ratio is increased from 12% to 15% by 2022. The minimum net owned capital is also proposed to increase from rupees 10 crores to rupees 20 crores. Small and medium NBFCs facing problem of the funds in spite of rupees 50,000 crores allocated under the scheme TLTRO, that is targeted long-term repo operation under stimulus package. Only 50% of it is used through SIDBI and NABARD because the rating agencies using the same criteria for credit rating as it was using for big NBFCs. The public sector banks have sanctioned a loan of rupees 19,668.87 crores to 71 MSME hubs under rupees 3 lakh crore under ECLSGS for the MSME sector. Out of this, rupees 12,871.50 crores has already been disbursed by July 15, 2020. These MSME hubs are opened by the banks, mostly in remote areas, to provide easy capital to MSMEs. Today, MOU is signed between IBA and bank unions to provide incentive for employees of banks reporting operating profits grown by 5% or more. This is a welcome step in the interest of the bank and its employees. Today, we will discuss first the steps taken by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, that is MCA, to award the relief to MSME sector from the recovery process, and then what are proposed steps of relief under the Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. Some abbreviations are used, those are as under: IBC, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code; MSME, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises; IBBI, Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India; BIFR, Board for Industrial and Financial Reconstruction; NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal; IRP, Insolvency Resolution Professional; RP, Resolution Professional. The payment default from March 2020 when lockdown began, exempted from the recovery till 6 months by the banks. Creditors barred from initiating action for up to 12 months under Section 10A, which was inserted by an ordinance to bar initiation of IBC proceedings under Section 7, 9 and 10 for an initial period of 6 months from March 25, 2020 and can be extended up to 1 year. Default limit hiked from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 1 crore by amending Section 4 of IBC. The proposed changes are special dispensation for MSMEs proposed by IBBI. IBBI proposed a shorter time limit than the current 180 days for an MSME insolvency resolution process. It is also proposed to be cost effective in comparison to corporate debtors where stakes are very high, and also easier process for MSMEs. Under IBC, the government has made promoters and related entities of companies facing insolvency resolution ineligible to bid during the resolution process. The provision was incorporated into IBC to prevent promoters from buying the same company at a steep discount, as the same was done during BIFR era, which was repealed after promulgation of IBC. In a major departure from IBC provisions, the regulation has proposed a special dispensation for MSMEs before promoters will have the first chance to present a resolution plan. It is an opportunity for an MSME to save itself. If founders or the promoters bring his personal resources and goes to the extent for mortgaging his or her own house to raise money, the promoter and the founder should be allowed to remain in the saddle even after the resolution process has been initiated. It is departure from the current norms because presently IRP or RP, as the case may be, is appointed by NCLT to manage the affairs of the company. Under the proposed regime of MSME, the incentive is debtors continues to manage the business while negotiating with committee of creditors during the resolution process. However, presently this work is allocated to IRP or RP appointed by NCLT to protect the interest of the creditors. MSME owners or promoters should be allowed to trigger voluntary resolution action. However, this provision is kept in abeyance due to COVID-19 by an ordinance by inserting Section 10A in IBC. In Part 13, we will appear with new and latest issues related to MSME. I am also eagerly waiting for your comments, suggestions, questions to be taken up in the next part. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and push bell icon to get notifications immediately after release of next video that will come by next Friday अर्थात शुक्रवार. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. शुक्रिया. Bye.